We're coming to you live from the historic Zolder circuit in Belgium. I'm Clint Maverick, and alongside me is the razor-sharp Liam Jenkins. Welcome, Liam.
Thanks, Clint. It's great to be here at Zolder.
Here's a nugget for you. Zolder was the pioneer of the chicane, introducing it to slow down the cars before the start finish straight. This little twist has been copied by tracks worldwide, adding a layer of strategy and challenge. Trust the Belgians to come up with something so quacky and game-changing. Just like their love for putting mayo on fries.
And those chicanes are no joke. They require pinpoint accuracy and can be the difference between winning and losing. Drivers who master these sections can gain significant time over their competitors.
Today's race will be a true test of skill and nerve. The cars are lined up, the engines are roaring. The tension is thicker than a bowl of Belgian chocolate mousse. And they're off. Wagner, eager to build on his momentum from Spa, is starting from P4. Wagner gets a great start. He's right on it, taking the better line and making a bold move.
Look at that. Wagner's got the jump on Simone Carini. He's pulled ahead and taken P3. What a fantastic highlight for him right out of the gate.
P3 for Wagner, folks. Can you believe it? He's proving he can handle the pressure and keep all four wheels on the track for once. Stay tuned as we will focus on the leading group later on. But first, let's watch the replay of the drivers behind at the start. Watch out for Ace Pilot. With a name like that, you'd think he'd be flying high, but he's late on the brakes and bam! His mistake impacts 3 other cars.
Oh, that's a tough one, Clint. Ace Pilot living up to his name by crash landing right into his competitors. But wait, it gets worse for Wagner's Swiss colleague, Ibrahimowski. He's unlucky enough to be forced onto the grass.
Ibrahimowski tries to rejoin the track, but it's like he's making Swiss cheese of the field. Full of holes. He hits another car, causing a chain reaction. Another crash with 3 cars involved. Talk about starting the race with a bang.
That's racing for you. One mistake and it all unravels. Let's hope they can recover and get back in the race.
Now, let's shift our focus back to the leading group and our man Wagner. He's just been overtaken by Fernando Laurienti, who had a better line through the last corner. But Wagner's not one to be impressed easily. He's staying right in Laurienti's mirrors.
Wagner's keeping the pressure on, and just as he wants to remind Laurienti that he's still very much in the game, he gives him a tiny little bump. Nothing major, but enough to say, hello, I'm still here.
It's heating up at the front, folks. Wagner's showing he's not backing down.
Absolutely, Clint. Wagner's keeping close to Laurienti, staying right on his tail. But wait, what's this? Laurienti suddenly slows down and lets Wagner pass.
Well, well, well. It looks like that tiny bump from Wagner might have done more than we thought. Either the nudge broke something on Laurienti's car, or he suddenly developed a fear of getting a more serious hit from Wagner.
Maybe Laurienti decided he'd rather give up a position than risk turning his car into a crumpled tin can. Either way, Wagner's now ahead and making the most of it.
Bold move by Wagner, intentional or not. But he's back in the fight, and Laurienti's eating his dust.
And now Laurienti finds himself behind John Rawlings. You can see the frustration boiling over from that earlier incident with Wagner.
Oh, look at that. Laurienti's not holding back. Raged from before, he decides to body check Rawlings right off the track. It's like he's channeling his inner ice hockey enforcer out there. Poor Rawlings is caught in the crossfire between Laurienti and Wagner. The tension is skyrocketing.
And if that wasn't enough, look at Wagner. He takes the curbs too aggressively, the car gets unsettled, and Wagner spins off the track.
Oh, Wagner! That spin was more dramatic than a soap opera cliffhanger. And now he's struggling to get back on track. Look at him, trying to rejoin the race in a hurry. But he's overcooked it and lost even more time.
Tough break for Wagner. He's now dropped to P9. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to climb back up the ranks.
And now Wagner finds himself behind Ace Pilot. You'd think a guy with a name like that would be leading the pack, but it looks like Maverick left his wingman behind.
Wagner's closing in fast. He overtakes Pilot with ease. But wait, here comes Pilot with a dive bomb into the next corner. Wagner drives right into Pilot, who didn't see him coming. What a mess. But look at this. Rawlings is finally catching a break and overtakes both of them. Maybe his luck is turning around after all.
Wagner's got to be fuming now. He's raging hard and pushing it into the chicane. And look at that. Wagner is faster than Pilot and just brooms him aside with a rude bump. It's like he's shouting, "Out of my way, Ace."
This is some aggressive driving from Wagner. Let's calm ourselves down from these fights and have a look at the other drivers.
And here it comes, and here we go. Ibrahimowski has overdriven his car and spins out. 3 cars have just overtaken him. It looks like even the camera team wants to tell Ibramowski to get back on track.
Tough break for Ibramowski. He needs to get his bearings and rejoin the race smoothly.
Meanwhile, Philip Caspari is having his own troubles. He makes a mistake, loses time, and there goes his 3rd position to Ricky Hernando.
Hernando's got to be thrilled with that move. Caspari will be kicking himself for that error.
And now, let's focus on a fantastic fight for P11 between Stephen Malton and Andrea Diana. These two are going at it, corner after corner, refusing to give an inch.
It's great to see such a spirited battle. Malton and Deanna are really putting on a show for us. This is what racing is all about. Stay tuned, folks. The action is non-stop.
All of these incidents are playing right into Wagner's hands. A bit further into the race, we have an interesting group of 4 drivers: Jesse Guidry, Walter Bilrow, David Hasse, and Wagner.
Bilrow and Guidry, at the front of this pack, are fighting for every inch. It's a fierce battle.
Bilrow hits Guidry. The contact sends Guidry off track, and that's a position gained for Hasse and Wagner.
Wagner must be grinning ear to ear. The mistakes of others are working out perfectly for him. This is turning into an absolute thriller.
And now it's Wagner's turn to turn up the heat on Hasse. He's closing in, lap by lap, getting closer and closer.
Look at that. Wagner is right on Hasse's tail, and now they're side by side heading into the chicane.
Wagner's on the inside for the first corner, but he's coming in a bit too hot. He cuts the second corner.
Fortunately for Wagner, it looks like the stewards are closing both eyes on this one. No penalty for him, and he keeps the position. He's now ahead of Hasse, moving up another spot. This race is really swinging in his favor.
Before we dive into the nail-biting final lap, let's take a breather and check in on the rest of the grid. Time to see what chaos our other drivers have been stirring up and relive some of the race's best moments. Let's see one more time what our favorite ace pilot, is up to. With a name like that, you'd expect him to be flying high, but instead, he's doing pirouettes out there. Looks like he's auditioning for Dancing on Ice. And Rawlings, well, his streak of bad luck continues. Even though he pulls off a great overtake on Vienna, he then spins off the track. It's end game for him, I'm afraid. And probably more important for Wagner, Caspari makes a mistake and ends up in the gravel. This is the perfect opportunity for Bilrow, Wagner, and Hasse to catch up. We've got another exciting battle brewing with this field of 4 drivers for the very last round of this race.
Caspari is very early on the brakes. Bilrow reacts too slowly and crashes into Caspari.
Wagner needs to brake hard to avoid crashing into Caspari.
Now it's Caspari and Wagner side by side for the very last seconds of this race. This is a real showdown.
It's a drag race to the finish line, and Wagner wins by a few milliseconds in the battle against Caspari. What a finish, folks. That's B5 for Wagner. He really pulled it off in the final moments. Absolutely thrilling. Wagner's persistence and skill paid off. Stay tuned, folks. This race might be over, but the excitement never ends.
And let's not forget our podium finishes. Congratulations to our top 3 for their stellar drives. Each of them showed exceptional skill and determination.
As we wrap up here at Zolder, we're already looking forward to the next race at the iconic Silverstone circuit. It's going to be another round of intense action and high-speed drama.
Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more exhilarating race coverage. Your support keeps us going and helps bring you all the thrilling moments from the track.
Thanks for joining us, race fans. Remember, stay fast, stay fearless, and we'll see you next time.